We live in an era where success is measured in numbers, in possessions, in the applause of strangers who don't know your name. Men are told that once they achieve these things, money, recognition, status, they will finally feel complete. But the truth, the uncomfortable truth no one wants to say out loud, is that many men reach those peaks only to find an emptiness waiting for them. They climb mountains, and at the top, instead of fulfillment, there is silence. Instead of joy, there is a question. Is this all there is? Modern men are raised to chase an image, not a reality. From an early age, they are bombarded with messages telling them that value is tied to performance, that worth is proven through trophies, promotions, and paychecks. And so they run faster, work harder, sacrifice more, believing that the destination will finally quiet the voice inside that whispers they are not enough. But what happens when the dream is achieved and the voice still remains? What happens when the world congratulates you, yet you look in the mirror and feel nothing? The emptiness is not a failure of success itself, but of the lies that surround it. Society sells men an illusion that external achievement will heal internal wounds, that applause will erase childhood scars, that wealth will silence loneliness. But success does not rewrite the past. It does not repair a father's absence. It does not cure the fear of rejection. It does not fill the void left by years of being unseen. Success is a mask, and behind it the wounds remain untouched. This is why so many men who appear powerful in public collapse in private. They drive expensive cars, live in large houses, but inside they feel like imposters. They smile in photographs, but at night they stare at the ceiling, wondering why the victory tastes bitter. The world calls them strong, but they feel fragile. They have everything, yet they feel they are nothing. And no one notices, because society is addicted to appearances, blind to the quiet despair of those who seem to have it all. The modern definition of success demands sacrifice, and most often the sacrifice is meaning. Men trade their time, their relationships, their health, in pursuit of a goal that promises happiness at the end. But when they arrive, they discover they have lost the very things that made life worth living. What use is a promotion if your children no longer know you? What is the value of wealth if you have no one to share it with? What is the point of recognition if the man inside you still feels invisible? The emptiness grows because success is not the same as fulfillment. Success is external. It is what the world sees and applauds. Fulfillment is internal. It is what you feel when the applause ends and the lights go out. And too many men are experts at success, but beginners at fulfillment. They have mastered the art of performance but never learned the art of being. And so the emptiness haunts them, reminding them that something essential has been lost. The cruel irony is that the chase for success often silences the very voice that could guide men toward meaning. The voice that longs for connection, for truth, for authenticity, is drowned out by the noise of ambition. Men bury their humanity under endless hours of work, believing they will reclaim it later when they are rich enough, secure enough, powerful enough. But later never comes. The habit of chasing without feeling becomes permanent. The man forgets who he is beyond the role, beyond the mask. Why does success still feel empty for modern men? Because success without purpose is hollow. Because applause without love is noise. Because recognition without authenticity is just a shadow. A man can conquer the world and still feel like a stranger in his own life. He can be admired by thousands and yet unknown to himself. This is the silent tragedy of modern masculinity. To gain everything society promised, and yet feel the weight of nothingness. But there is a way forward, though it is not easy. It requires a man to question the very definition of success he has been taught, to stop asking, "How much more can I achieve?" and begin asking, "What truly matters to me?" It requires peeling off the mask, letting go of the performance and facing the truth of what the soul has been starving for all along. Maybe it is connection. Maybe it is peace. Maybe it is the courage to live in alignment with values instead of appearances. Whatever it is, it will not be found in the applause of others but in the silence of honesty. This is not to say that ambition is wrong or that achievement has no value. Discipline, work, and excellence are noble. But when they become substitutes for meaning, they turn toxic. Success should serve life, not consume it. It should be a tool, not an identity. When men forget this, they become slaves to their own victories, prisoners of their own reputations. And that prison is darker than any failure. The emptiness men feel is not a curse. It is a signal. It is the soul screaming that something is missing, that life cannot be measured only in numbers, that true strength is not in the applause but in the ability to live without needing it. The pain of emptiness can become the beginning of wisdom if it is listened to, but if ignored, it becomes the weight that drags men into despair, depression, and self-destruction. So here is the challenge for every man. Dare to look beyond the success the world demands. Dare to ask what your soul demands. Dare to imagine a life where achievement and fulfillment walk together, not apart, because success will always feel empty when it belongs to the world but not to you. The question is not, what have you achieved, but who are you becoming? And only when that answer aligns with truth will success finally feel full.